smoking was being done.
John did once offer me a joint, and I obligingly tried to take a little puff. I knew there was some special way of doing it, but I don't smoke anyway. So I took a little puff, and then I thought, this is so expensive, I mustn't waste it, and gave it back to him. So that's your definition of naive, I think.
Yeah, red eyes everywhere, right. Hold on a minute, Dick, we'll be with you in about 2 hours, right? Every time it's time to, you know, because there was that thing about hurry up and wait, you know, so you'd be hanging around for hours while they were setting up the shots and the lights and all the rest of it, right? Then they'd always ask you to just right at the wrong minute, you know, you just lit a joint, and you, what? Well, wait a minute.
It came at a very, if you like, relaxed time in their lives, where there was a lot of laughter and a lot of merriment, and things didn't seem to matter too much. Certainly they had a good time, and I hope that that was allowed to come out in the film. There would have been no point in saying, look, you know, you've got to settle down and remember your lines, because this is what we had. This is what they were at that time, and, you know, you play the cards you're given.
Okay, who let it out? Oh, dear, no. We're not going there. We just put it round, we're going there. We're not going there. We just put it round, we're going there. Just so everybody would think we were going there. I'd like to go there.
Very early on, before we had even finished the script, there came from on high, which is in essence was from Brian Epstein, saying it's really, really, really important that we shoot in the Bahamas. And we thought, oh, okay. So we wrote Bahama scenes.
Those were the days when if you went on an aeroplane, you dressed up for it. And people were never so sensible as they are now, when people go in jeans and you'd wear things to make yourself look interesting. And I was terribly worried not that I didn't have a clue what to wear for such a thing.
Yeah, there's thousands of fans the other side of this glass, all shouting and screaming. In the middle of this, I thought, well, this is what it's like. This is what it's like to be a Beatle, you know, because I looked a bit like them, and, you know. And then one of the Sparks, I think maybe it was the Chippy, rolled the window down and said, he's not one of them. He's one of us. He's nothing.
Set of this film now that they're filming in Nassau, do you actually give any instruction on set, or do you leave it entirely to the production crew?
There's a very fine director here, Dick Lester, and I leave it entirely with him.
It's great fun. We have a great laugh, don't we, fellas?
Yes, we do, George. Yeah, it's great episode as George says. We're getting up in the morning. We hate getting up, you know.
Especially when you go to bed about 3 in the morning, you know, it's very difficult to get up at 6.
It's 6 o'clock, somebody dragging me out of bed. You see, we're night owls, folks. You might have noticed.
We knew that having colour to play with and a little bit more money and a little bit more time, but not much in both cases, that we had the opportunity to put the Beatles in places that an audience might enjoy.
We didn't have any trick things in the last film, did we, John?
No, we didn't, George. We didn't have any tricks in the last film.
And there's one on the back. It's not the right one. Come here, boy.
I think at that point, George thought he was having to be on the back of that vehicle when it smashed into the tree, because it was their first encounter, this film, with action as such, you know, action sequences.
That particular thing we did about quite a few times, didn't we?
Yeah.
I remember going up and says, first aid here. And Joyce said, don't ever say first aid, you're a professional.
Thanks for the lift, sailor.
We had a sequence at the end with the idol, which was assembled in pieces small